Yo, I'm back here again, Double H here. I'm gonna make it short today, as possible as I can, but I want to just briefly talk about how you guys do with dads. I wanna talk about how we conversate with our parents, and these days I really feel this way because they they are very old now, right? And then they have been living their life, for so long. So they have, all the old people, they, in a way, have their own way to perceive the world. So it's very, you know, like fixed way. They are less likely to be flexible because it's already, conscious, not subconsciously programmed into their body like deeply. So like most of the time when I talk with my dad, the way he talk is always fixed and then it never changes. And then, like I don't know what I'm talking about, but like they my dad, for example, it's it's almost like talking with a robot, I can predict how he's gonna talk about and what's gonna talk about. And he drinks a lot, but his personality completely changes in a good way because he's a bit introvert and then he doesn't really bother talking with someone. He's a kind of like dad who doesn't know how to approach to his son or daughter like in a kind way. So he's very like blunt, like a normal dad. But when he drinks, he is trying. I can see that he is more open. But the fact is, like as he gets drunk, like he doesn't know what he's talking about, like he just he's a robot. He's a unconsciously talk about something and something, and then all the dad, like I'm fine with that, but sometimes they like elongate what they want to say too long. Like he's too indirect when he comes to a conclusion or whatever. When I say something, for example, if it's delicious, I'll give you a simple example. If something is delicious, I'll say, oh, it's nice, it's delicious. But like the way my dad is like, oh, like this is like actually the story about this apple is, like 1,000 years ago there was a farmer, blah blah. Like it's like random. It's too indirect sometimes. I don't know. So the way we speak, the language we speak is the same language, of course, Korean, but the way we perceive it is completely different. So whenever he says something, I don't get it. Like I don't know. Like when I say something, he um understand that sentence in a completely different way that I meant. So sometimes it's very challenging, to talk with them. Because like whenever we talk, whenever we speak each other, we don't really understand. And then, you know, dad is always trying he talk too much. He never listen. I get it. Like maybe probably dad wants you to learn more, and especially the way he, I can see his values, and he oftentimes say this as well. He wants me to learn all the good parts, not the bad parts, and he wants to, give every tips or every knowledge he has to me. I get that, but it doesn't work. It doesn't help me at all, and I don't need that mentality. And it's sometimes annoying, you know. I try my best to get along with my dad, but sometimes it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong, I like my dad, I love my dad, but yeah, sometimes it's just because he has lived a life in a completely different way than mine, and the way he understands and the way he perceives the world is completely different to my perception. And then when we have a conversation, I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I understand what he's saying, but I don't really get it. I don't like the way the conversation flows, and I don't know. It's not. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming myself. I'm just saying what it is. It is what it is. What it is, and the way to solve that is, I don't know. You accept the fact, I guess. But yeah, how do you guys do? Like that are very. I mean, there is also culture difference as well, but yeah, my dad is very blunt and he doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know. His yeah, but sometimes it's super annoying. But yeah, I should end this video because I don't think I'm explaining very well now. I should organize my thoughts a little bit more. But as you guys know, this is like a live thing. I never plan any script. I never plan anything. I just whenever the right time comes, I just turn the camera on and then just speak my thought process. Like practice make things perfect. So I'm getting better, I hope. And sooner or later, I'll be more, organized in terms of speaking. Yeah. To be continued. Bye bye.